Mary.
And Amma.
Be about to guys to like,
Share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below, y'all. Today we are going to be talking about 90 Day Fiance the other way.
Oh yes.
You know, Johan and Daniela really she just seems to be really off.
Yeah.
For me, like she has this man holding her purse,
Her handbag,
which really is not common for them to do in that culture.
I know.
I don't even think it's common for men to do here in Africa.
It's giving me buck breaking vibes.
It really is.
But I really can't say that because Johan is a willing participant. That's how it feels.
What also feels really odd for me is that you want him to put a white saint on the floor. You spent $235,
yes.
and you know that's against his culture.
Yes.
And
because he says you can't have pictures, framed photos of anybody.
Because it's like idol worshiping,
right?
Basically.
Like, yeah.
So he says that they just pray to God in heaven.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
For me, what did not make sense is that you're here talking about how you're going to get all your little herbs and all your bota bata and it's going to help the shop.
She said it's an African spirituality. But then I'm like, if it's Efe, the African religion that she's saying, then why do you need this Caucasian saint, picture of a Caucasian saint, Michael or Peter? Why does he need that as well? It's like, it's giving me, like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with my life vibes.
I mean, I just think it's very odd. Like, you spent $235 on two small bags of, like, items that you could have just used to go towards his business. But you think your little herbs and your saging is going to help somebody. Like, I just think it's odd. Like, when people say that they sage, I just think sometimes you might be saging, right? Bad vibes. But the whole time you might be the one with the bad vibes. So as much as you sage, it doesn't matter because you actually just have bad vibes.
I find that the people who do the saging are the most chaotic people. Maybe that's why they need the sage. Can you imagine how they'll be without the sage? Like,
I don't know what the sage is doing because she's like a dingbat.
Remember when I used to have like my little not my sage, but like the little incense, and I'll put it all around the house.
Make the house smell good.
Well, it was also just to have some sense of when I smell it, I feel good and feel peaceful, I guess. For me, it just seems as though she's all over the place, and it doesn't make me really. I think this whole Efe religion that you do, I wonder about her Efe religion. I really do. Because while you say, okay, I'm going to sage also and manifest, then I'm going to also put this picture of Saint Peter or Saint Michael here. Then you have to put this on the floor and the oils. And it's like so many different.
First of all, it will never work for him because he doesn't believe that.
She's following. And so she's all over the place. She seems very chaotic. And maybe that's why she's so chaotic too. Because she doesn't seem to have a good grasp yet of whatever it is that she's trying to believe. That's where she is. So before you try to kind of put your religion or your spirituality on someone else, right? Why don't you get to really understand what it is that you believe? Make sense of that so you stick to one thing, because that's why he's laughing at her.
I mean, I think she's just very bizarre. Like, you got all this stuff for $235. That would have gone very far for him and his business. You could have gotten him a proper fridge for his meats or whatever. You could have upgraded the place. Maybe did like a nice paint job or whatever. You could have got signs for the thing. Like, there's so much you could have done with that $235, but you think your little oils and your manifestation crap is going to help him. It will not, because you actually are just a negative Nancy. And then you wanna play Karen when he is not listening to you and is like basically pushing you to the side. Like, it just made no sense. Like, you're there, you told me to shut the hell up, then you want to start crying.
Yes, that was odd when she says you shut your mouth when I speak. I was like, whoa.
Like, I mean, what can the man say?
And then she had to follow it. I think she realized just how that sounded, and then she decided to follow it up with,
and start crying like you're the victim.
I shut my mouth when you speak. Yeah, that was, and you could see, in fact, what she said, so he was like, I know he was thinking, this heifer, I don't know where she thinks she is.
I just thought that whole entire scene was really ridiculous.
She's very condescending at times to him. And so that's why it always makes me wonder, if you look down so much on people like him, meaning people from Dominican Republic, from the islands, a black person, because that's what it's giving me. I mean, I'm just going to be real with this. Like, if you look so down on them, why the hell are you dating him? Why
She
do
wants
you
to feel
bother?
superior.
Why don't you stay in America, find someone who looks like you, comes from your background, and do that. But you know something, what I know for sure, if you're with an American period, you will not be talking to them like that. That's for damn sure. You certainly will not be telling them that.
Yeah.
You find someone who looks like yourself, who's Caucasian like you, American like you, lives in New York City like you wouldn't be talking to him that way. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be turning your nose up at him that way. So my thing is, a relationship like this, where you think that you're more superior than he is, right? Where you look down on whatever it is that he believes or whatever he stands for, a relationship like that is not sustainable. It's not. It's not. And then now, whatever love he has for you, that's just going to die. And he's going to end up like a Michael, where it'll be like, something, I'm going to stay with this woman and use her for everything that she has. So then that love is going to be lost. Like, that's my thing. You seem to, and that's what he asked her. You say that I am a liar. You say I am not honest. You say that I'm toxic. All this stuff. Now you're telling him to shut the hell up while you speak. If I am so bad a person, why the hell did you marry me? That's actually a very good question.
It says
Why?
more about her than it says about him.
Why?
Because, you look down on him, but the only reason you're with him is because you want to feel superior.
Well, obviously she can't find men in New York. You have to do more with yourself in order for them to look at you.
Probably.
So you say, well, I'm going to go find someone who I feel is in a less than place than I am. Okay,
Yeah.
He's in the Dominican Republic. That's not considered, first world country. And I say this because it's not my word. So I will go there, right? I'm not going to go with my race because, maybe they'll have certain expectations from me. So I'm going to go with him, this black man. But I'm going to get a big, tall black man that I am going to, treat like crap. You have him holding your bag. She already told him before that, oh, you will become my wife. Remember? Mm-hmm. When they were standing, they were talking about the apartments. And she was trying to tell him, well, if I'm going to be working, you got to come home and cook and clean like my wife.
Yeah.
So you want him to be your B now? Because that's what you're giving me.
Yeah. It's
not lost. And it's so disgusting when I see that. Because it happens so much with this 90-Day Fiance.
And, also I just felt like the whole thing with her being, like, fake upset about him being with a woman who he said lost a baby. Men are different. First of all, men don't have to experience pregnancy. They don't have to experience abortions. No. They don't have to experience any of that. So when he said that she lost the baby, to him, it's basically the same thing as abortion, or it's the same thing as, like, a miscarriage. It's basically the same thing to him. Yes, it's two different type of experiences where you're willingly going to get rid of a baby, right? But miscarriage is like it has happened on accident.
Naturally.
As far as he's concerned, the baby
thing.
Has been lost.
Yes.
So it's to him, he's not going to be thinking about the ins and outs of it and all that other stuff. And it's not like he went and he hid it. He told her. And the thing is, it's not like it's me personally, if my man did not tell me that a woman had an abortion or had a miscarriage for him, I'm not gonna go and flip out.
Yeah, I don't even.
If he told me he lost it, like honestly, one, I don't want to know about your past. Yeah. Second of all, I actually don't really care. If that's what happened, then that's what happened. That's in your past. That's between you two. Yeah. That's where I'm concerned.
Yeah. But what? Well, this is what I think about the whole. And
then she's like, I'm sensitive because I want to have a child at some point. What does that have to do with you?
That was her only authentic moment, I thought. Because what she's really upset with is not... She's really upset that there was a woman out there who got pregnant for Johan. And she has been trying to get pregnant with his baby. And she has not been able to be successful. This is what pisses her off. But I don't think she has even really identified that yet. Because she doesn't seem to me...
She's
to be
weird.
someone who is self-aware at all. So I just feel like she doesn't realize this is why I'm angry. Why are you actually upset? The anger, there's something else underneath.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But she's so like in this space of acting like lord over him that she's unable to get to that vulnerable space.
Yeah.
So here she is saying he doesn't give me sympathy. Well, if you're going to be lording over me, then you don't need sympathy. You're above me. In fact, you should be giving me sympathy.
Yeah.
Right? I can't get in that role. When you tell me I need to be your wife now, when you tell me, oh, you're doing all of these things to emasculate me. Here's my purse. Carry that. In the Dominican Republic, where my people will see me. What Dominican Republic man do you know? What black man in the diaspora who's not in the West do you know carrying a woman's purse? Let's just start there. It don't even matter where he is. What black man in the diaspora, when I say in the diaspora, means everywhere else but in the West.
Yeah.
What black man do you know? I mean, I'm excluding the West. What black man do you know who will go around carrying a woman's purse on their own and saying, I'll carry this purse? You don't see them. You certainly don't see them here in Africa.
Yeah, no.
I certainly don't see them in the islands. You don't see them over there in South America, them carrying purses for people. I don't even think it happens in Asia, where you have the Asian man carrying a woman's purse.
Yeah.
And actually, I don't even see black men here carrying women's purses.
Right.
So she's doing all of these things to emasculate him. How are you going to also get sympathy when you're putting him down? You called him a whole toxic human. Well, damn.
Well, he calls him a wife when he's a grown man. Like, the man is like over,
like he's
is 2
double
feet
your
taller
size.
than you.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
She's doing all this stuff, and then she has him online to brag to her people. Look at what I was able to get. He is tall. He is big. Look at this man that I have. But when you're with him, you treat him like shit.
Yeah.
And like you said, $235, it's like, you were talking about the fridge, the meat that was not in the fridge. You know that he has 9 months to make this business work. Like you said, she could have bought a fridge. I bet it was going to be less than $200.
That spiritual stuff that she's doing, it's not going to work when the other person doesn't believe. Like, it's going to be in his shop. He doesn't really believe in that. And he already said most people would think it's witchcraft. So
Exactly.
you need to go and take that stuff and go do that on your own when you're not around
And it
him.
seems as though the people over there frown on witchcraft.
I mean, even though it might not be
witchcraft.
witchcraft, but I mean, they just don't believe in whatever the hell she's
but
doing.
But yet you brought it, and you expect him to put it
use
there in his own country, that he's telling you. People will look at this as witchcraft and probably look down on it. So
And
maybe they may not want to come and buy the meat.
Yeah.
But yet you say, I don't care.
Yeah.
Why the hell are you leaving America? I mean, because you don't want to even compromise on anything. Why the hell leave? Why don't you just stay in New York? Find somebody, another American who looks like you, but I bet you one thing, you will not be acting the plump fool with them.
Yeah.
Because no American is going to take your BS.
Yeah, but another American who has really been acting weird is that, I guess, what is it? The lesbian couple. Now she needs weapons.
Chris.
And, that idiot.
Yes.
So
He's
now she needs
one.
weapons and she needs knives to protect them. Like, she's acting like some person out of a psychopathic movie.
Yeah.
You were acting all light and fluffy and carefree. Now you're here being all like suffocating, and then you're being all weird, and then you're like stabbing in the thing as
in the
if
air. Yes.
I feel like it's a little threatening. It kind of reminds me of the Men in Evil Lives Here, where they basically have all these weapons in the house, and it's kind of like a subtle threat or a subtle feeler, like I have this weapon and I'm going to keep it in the house.
Yes.
So it's kind of like keeps you on edge to not really ever say too much or do anything, because you know this man has a gun or a knife.
Exactly.
That's what it's giving, and she got the biggest knife.
Yeah.
We don't even we have knives in our house, but do we say we're using it for protection? No, we use it for watermelons mostly.
Yeah.
Like, just don't.
Weird.
I just think it's odd that you needed a knife. Like, first you're talking about how you love it here, it's so beautiful, but I need to get us a knife so I can protect us.
I know.
I'm like, how did you get... It's a lovely place, but now you need protection because what you're saying is what? It's not safe now?
Exactly.
Like, Chris just needs to go somewhere. Like, these Americans that come and get these foreigners is so annoying because it really comes to me as if, like, if they were in America and they had to go get somebody, really, they would be kind of considered the bottom of the barrel people. Most of these Americans that go to these foreign countries to get people, they would be the bottom of the barrel.
Yes.
Case in point, Ed. Okay?
Yes. Oh,
Case in point.
Yes, let's not even
but he thinks with his no-neck, fat, Humpty Dumpty looking self that he is even better than the women over there in the Philippines.
Yes.
Like, I mean, the man looks a mess.
He looks a mess.
Yes, he is disabled or whatever.
Inside and out,
as far as I am
mess.
concerned, I actually don't give a damn. You probably look the way you do because you're not a good person.
He's not disabled. He's not how he's
not disabled, but they said he has some condition or whatever.
He just doesn't have a neck.
Yeah, whatever condition that is.
And
he's just not a good
weight
person.
He has, it looks
worse.
It looks worse.
But it's just like Ed is just a horrible person. So it's like you can't even be sympathetic to him. You know what I'm saying?
He has no sympathy for anybody.
I mean, Chris. Nobody would even look her way if you're being honest.
In Alabama,
nobody would even look her way,
Alabama.
except for maybe black men.
Which one?
Daniela, the one who's with Johan. You know what I'm saying? And
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But what's the other woman?
She can get a black man in America. The African American men, they're there. You go get by yourself. But even an African American man, I bet she ain't gonna be talking to him like that. The way she's talking to Johan, they'll drop you like a bad habit, probably. Or but maybe
well, no, because sometimes they take a lot of crap just because of the complexion.
True. That is so true. Yes.
But also, who else?
That is so true because look at Diddy. Was it that Asian woman who called him the N-word?
Yeah.
And I'm still waiting for him to check her.
Most of these American women that go to the American men and American women, they would not. Nobody in their own country will even blink at them twice.
No, yes.
But they come here to start feeling superior because oh my God, I'm getting somebody from a third world country.
Yes.
It's an ego boost.
They need to worship me and take all my crap and nastiness.
Yeah.
You know,
like that girl peeing on him. Remember, she said she went and exposed him about how she was peeing on him.
Please
I
don't.
mean, I just could not
Danielle and Muhammad.
Nasty ass.
Oh my goodness.
Nasty.
That man suffered. That man
suffered.
That
he
man
never
earned
suffered.
that green card. I don't know. I think he's still in this country. You guys tell us know what happened to Muhammad. He's still in America because damn. That man, when you went under like the page and you see the comments, everybody was like, "Oh my God, this man, he earned this thing, a whole month ago, a whole year ago."
Just nasty
Just
self.
foolishness.
And then she want to come and act like the victim. He maybe said no one will ever be. No, who will want to be with you when you're standing over them and urinating?
Yeah.
This ain't no golden shower. Like this, the foolishness.
Oh my God.
Like I just could not. But who else? So Chris is a dingbat.
Yeah. She
And
is becoming this weird person.
I feel bad for the girl because she actually genuinely looks horrified. She's almost like, I don't know what I got
myself into. And she said she
into.
doesn't want the knife in the room. And
soon I won't be able to turn my neck. I'm about to get that surgery.
I was like, take care of her. And you're just like, oh hell. It's like the other guy, the one who is now, I don't know what you will call him. Is he a trans woman or a trans man? I don't know.
It's a trans man.
Okay.
Yes, he's a man now, but he was a woman before.
So he's called a trans man, you sure? If you guys know for sure, let us know.
He's transsexual.
We do not know the term.
We'll just say he's transsexual. I don't think he's trans man,
I
trans
don't
woman.
know
he's
what
a
the
trans
term
man,
is.
meaning that he was a woman before, but he's now a man. So it's trans man. He's a transsexual.
You're sure 100% or not?
I am 100% sure because they usually say it's the opposite. You would say he's a trans woman because he's no longer a woman. He's a man now.
But
so he transitioned from being a woman to a man. So he's a trans man. He's a man who transitioned from being a woman to a man. Anyway, he's
a woman who transitioned from womanhood to manhood. So now he's a man. Well, his name is Gabriel, right? Or Gabe.
Yes.
Anyhow, we see him, and he's also at the doctor's. And he's going to now be having some surgery.
I just wonder, because I thought he had already got to his penis done. I'm trying not to say stuff too loud because we got neighbors.
I don't know because he's the one who's making the underwear.
No, but remember she was talking about how...
I don't think he has it yet.
Well, Anyway, I just remember they were having some
he
sex
has it.
conversation about how he was able to produce sperm. I don't know. So I don't know if
He is producing sperm right now. Who said that? I missed that.
remember that conversation they were having with the friends.
Who was having?
Anyway,
Okay,
next
I
topic.
did not see.
I
I did not
know
hear.
what?
I did
I
not
don't
even hear
know.
the sperm word in this whole thing. They talked about sperm
Yes, they did.
on the show.
Yes, they did.
Well, I must have checked out because listen. I don't know about this. So for those who know, who are in our comments, if you are a trans man or a trans woman, and you know the term, let me know. Also, let me know how they're doing the sperm.
No,
If he
no,
said that he was
please.
creating sperm.
Listen, we must
No,
stay
no, just
respectful in the community. I don't want anybody getting too explicit.
Oh, okay, I see
'cause-
what you're saying. Okay, yeah, so
So-
maybe we have older people too who are in this, and we have younger people too.
Yeah.
Okay, well, just
Send us an email.
send
Thank
us an
you very
email,
much.
because I do want to be able to use the right term so that you know what I'm saying, and no one is
What
offended.
were we talking about?
So anyway, with him, it just seems to me like all these people, these Americans, are coming over there, and all of a sudden they got surgeries to do. Like, it's almost as if, okay, I'm gonna use this foreigner for them to look after me as I have my surgery that I never told them about. This woman, Chris, talked about how she gonna be kicking her at night in her sleep. You never said that on the phone or on the internet when
Let
you
her
were
not
talking
be
to her.
stabbing you in the middle of the night because of her narcolepsy or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Don't
it
let her
just
wake
seems
up
very
and
dangerous.
you got the knife next to you and you said you slept walked to go find the knife and it's in between you and her.
No, because there was actually
See,
a story like that on Evil
that's some
Lives here where this man
foolishness.
said he slept, walked, and he
Killed
pushed
somebody?
he pushed his wife down like 3 flights of steps and then he
And she
stabbed her
died.
at the bottom after she had fallen and her neck had broken.
That is
He said he did through
okay,
sleepwalking.
that's someone who's trying to get rid of you. That has nothing to do with that.
No,
I
he
don't
said he
believe-
was sleepwalking. That was
See?
his defense in court. Yep, sure was. So I'm just saying,
Yeah.
watch out. If anything, I will
But you
run.
know something,
Get
in
out.
the preview, it
Get
seems
out.
as though she's going to be leaving, that she's going to be coming back.
That's
to
her
America.
saving. That's God saving you, girl. You
Yeah.
better answer that call. You better answer that call. But let's.
You better go find somebody in your own country and stop trying to go for this lady right here. You better drop Chris as she leaves for America and she returns to Alabama. You better leave her right there.
My thing with Gabriel, I'm just confused. Apparently, he said he had to do like his underwear and stuff, and he's gone for a month, right? But he has all these emails. My thing is, why
they
didn't
were
you
pre-order.
they're pre-orders? Why didn't you
Bring all your stuff.
arrange your stuff to the point where it was kind of like you either had them all like all the pre-orders done ahead of time,
Yeah.
or why didn't you just like let your customers know that that this month nothing will be happening, but next month you'll be back in business?
I know.
Because my thing is, you're not going there and living. Like you say, you're only here for a month. So if anything, just wait it out for a month.
This man.
Or maybe he needs money. I don't know.
Apparently, Gabe, what has occurred with him is this. This is what I saw that he did. This woman had a job. Did she not? She said she had a job.
Uh-huh.
She had to leave her job because she started helping him while she was over there.
Are you paying her?
Thank you. And maybe you know how he's paying her probably. Here's money for our apartment that we're gonna be in together. It's not like money separately from stuff that you will have to do anyway when
I
you
wouldn't
get
have done
here.
that if I were her.
That kind of thing. So she left her job, started working for him.
Right.
I doubt if he's paying her money to the side of her own.
Right.
Okay. And then he also gets that free labor. Probably she's bringing in herself and her friends.
Yeah.
And they're making the stuff and whatever. My thing with him is this. Just like you, when we came, you brought all your painting stuff.
Yeah.
You brought
I
your
brought
painting stuff.
everything.
You bought as much stuff as you can for your for your designing stuff, all of that
All
stuff,
I had was
right?
2 outfits because everything.
You
Because by the
bought
time I
all
brought
your
my
stuff.
oil paints, my acrylics, and like my canvas, it was
It
well
takes-
over 50 pounds.
Exactly.
So I can only bring like I have one pair of shoes, and I got my flip flops, and I got 2 outfits. It's only
Exactly.
now that I'm buying outfits here. I brought the essentials.
The essentials.
So now you're
and
having
that's
the
the same
hissy
thing
fits.
he should have done.
Yeah.
One suitcase, you fill up with all the stuff that you need. Now
Or
you're talking
2.
about how your stamp is over there and blah blah blah. Okay, well you know something you can that thing can be shipped. Your sister can ship it to you, and no, it's not going to cost $300. If it costs $300 here in Tanzania, which is much further away from where your tail is, it's not that expensive.
Well, we don't even know how much it costs to ship because we still don't even know where we ship stuff to. Like, we
Well,
don't
I
even
know the price.
address.
I do know the price because that lady had given it before. Actually,
What
no,
lady?
one of the two YouTubers. One said it was like 200 and something she had to pay.
To ship?
Another one, yes. Another one said it was 300 they had to pay. And your stamp thing is not that big. You can get it to where you're at. You can get it for less than 300.
That's a nightmare.
But-
200, 300 to ship stuff to Tanzania?
Yeah.
God, I
mean, it's
dread
not-
to think how much it's going to cost to bring my mannequin over here.
Oh no, that would be way too expensive.
That would be like 3,000.
Yeah, that would be way too expensive. Yeah.
Hot mess.
But with this dude right here, it's like just have it shipped. And when he was there complaining about the $300, you know what I was thinking? I said, does this man even have money? How much did you bring with you? Please don't tell me you bought $300 with you. That's it. So you cannot afford the other $300. You see what I'm saying?
If I was him, I would just put everything
Like,
on
it's
hold.
too
That's what I
much.
would do.
I feel he's giving me user vibes.
Now she is working here.
Now
for you,
she's
and they're talking about how you're
working-
feeling emasculated
She's
because you're
working
working
for
her.
you all's upkeep. That's what it sounds like. They don't seem as though he's paying her outside of what he gives her for them staying there.
I doubt he's paid her at all.
And I'm sure she has people who are helping her to do his business.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, too, though, you're here spazzing and complaining. And you got all your business to do, but then you're at the doctor's. Like, I thought you were like, if I don't get these orders out, we're not gonna have no money. Nada. Okay, if that's the case, why is your ass at the doctor's? Can this surgery wait? Can it not? Like, it seems like this is elective surgery. It can wait. It can absolutely wait. If
And I
you
don't know
need
what
money
other
like that,
surgery he
but
has
you know
to get
something.
done.
You know something. This is what I think. He's going to go have surgery. He's not going to be able to help her at all. She's going to have to look after his lazy behind, and at the same time, after looking after his lazy behind, post surgery, she's still got to work to send out his damn orders that he did not handle properly before he came.
Yeah, I just
It
think,
is just giving me irresponsible vibes.
especially
and
as a business
user vibes.
owner, I just think it's
It's
odd
so
that you would
annoying.
do that. You
It's
you
annoying.
should prep, if anything.
I mean,
I just think it's very odd.
it seems as though every 90-day fiance, I get more and more irate
Who else we
with
gonna talk about?
these
Because we're almost at 30
Americans that
minutes.
go there and just use people. I mean, that's pretty much why they go, to use people.
Yeah, but let's talk about Nicole Muhammad because we're almost at 30 minutes.
We are. Oh boy.
I feel like now,
Oh.
me personally, at first I'm
Nicole
like,
and Mahmoud.
it just seems very odd. I don't know about the Egyptian culture.
Mhm.
You know, it's not my culture, so it's just not my culture. So I just don't understand the whole thing. I do feel like some things are,
Men stay
A
to
bit-
men in any of these mostly Islamic countries. The
So
men stay to men and the women stay to women. When you are going out, you
so
go
they don't have places for like married couples.
not together. When married couples go and visit another couple, like I had a good friend of mine, and she lived in Norfolk, and Norfolk has this wonderful like Muslim community.
Yeah.
And so like married couples will say, hey, we're going to come over to your house or whatever, we're going somewhere. It might be 3 or 4 married couples, right?
Mm-hmm.
The men will go to a part of the house and chill out and talk. The women are going to be with women. The couples don't come together and we're all going to chit chat. They don't do that. That's not how it's done.
Okay, I get that.
So that's how it is in Egypt. The men hang out and the women hang out, and that's why when she went to that dinner, she said it. Well, I need to listen to him because I actually felt odd because I'm the only woman there.
Yeah, I think it's just different. The men also felt odd. I mean,
they
were nice to her. They were respectful as well. But my thing is, there really is no reason for me to come and hang out with your wife because I'm not gonna be going out with her to the mall or whatever. So it's really no point for us to ever really meet or talk. Yeah. Now I do kind of. I don't know, I'm kind of like indifferent about it. And if I'm
lowering my gaze the whole time and I'll look at you in your eyeballs, I don't even know how this conversation is going to happen.
I'm kind of indifferent about it, but I do kind of think it's interesting that they don't have, like, he said that, married life is private. We don't bring everybody in and invite them all in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And everybody has their input and say. Because she said, I bring my friends around because I want them to see if it's a good match. Mm-hmm. Now, my thing is, I feel like sometimes it is best to keep your relationship to yourself. Yeah. I don't believe in bringing everybody in and telling everybody your belly word about your relationship. No. I think the only time that's necessary is if you're in an abusive relationship or there are red flags. Yeah. But I feel like most of the time, women should strive and men should strive to be in good, solid relationships that they know, because no one's going to really know if something is right for you. Yeah. Like, I can tell my mom about a guy that I'm dating, and she might think he's fantastic. Yeah. But in my mind, I've been talking to him, right? So I will know immediately if this does not work, or I'm not feeling him, or there's something off. Yeah. Like, I'm the one who really knows the ins and the outs of it. So she might be thinking he's fantastic. Yeah. But if I'm like, I might be like, no. He says some things and sometimes he looks at me weird. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Or you may just not feel
I might not feel
like that.
Feel him like that. Too. So, like, I feel like
he might look great on the book. Got all the checks. But if there's no chemistry,
the connection's not there. Whatever it may be.
No matter how much I might like him.
Well, I don't know if we really have had a situation where you really liked. Anyway, but yeah, so
I surely have. And then you now like the person.
I don't remember that person, but I'm sure we'll talk about it later.
I'm dealing with one right here.
Anyway, but I'm trying to think on it. But yeah, so yeah, what was I talking about?
Oh, the men and the women getting together and being uncomfortable.
I do appreciate the fact that, married life is private. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in America, everything is just like a free-for-all. Everyone's talking about their sex, carisha, and I like to get peed on. Yeah. Sometimes I'm just like, everybody needs to shut the F up. Like, I don't need to know about how you dip it low. I don't need to know that you're using a strap-on on your man. I don't need to know all that.
Whoa.
I'm talking about Gabrielle Union and
Gabrielle big. Whoa. What in the world?
No, Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade.
About your private life, please.
I was just thinking about the most degenerate things I've ever heard in society, and I think it was Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union and then Carisha. I think that was the most outrageous I had heard.
You're married to this man. You should not. Anyone who asks you about your intimate stuff, it should just be like, look, either I don't kiss and tell if you want to be kind of coy, or just. Like, I don't really talk about that.
It's like Zelle in Real Housewives of Potomac, where she was like, listen, you're a grown woman. If someone asks you about your sex life, it's either yes or no. Or maybe it's none of your damn business. How about that?
Or weird thing. Hey, Michael, you have a pink penis or whatever the hell.
Brown penis. It's too much. I feel like in America it's too much free for all. You know? So I kind of like the fact that he said married life is private, as it should be. It should be between you and that person. Yeah. Like, ain't nobody need to know about what you dipping and doing. I don't care
and
to
how
know.
You're doing it.
I mean, my God.
Like, even if
do you have to convince me that it's good? Like, who are you trying to convince yourself or me?
And my thing is, you know how, like Gabrielle Union, someone who asked her that was someone who is a practical stranger.
I think that was the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, why do you have to answer? For what? But it happens all the time. It's like, you have to talk about your sex life these days, just to break the ice.
Yeah. It's just like when Andy was sitting down there asking all the housewives about their sex life when the men came out. I just thought it was too much for me, honestly.
I mean, I am married. I'm not going to get into that. And it's just weird.
I know.
It's weird. It's one of the weird things.
But I think that was everybody. Because we
Was
did
it?
Chris, we did, Rishi and that girl. She went to go meet the parents.
Yeah,
We're almost at 40 minutes.
That's another
But-
one who probably will be at the bottom of the barrel. She's not much to look at.
Not at all.
And when she was here in America, it seemed like everyone was kind of like speaking for her. Like it sounded like she couldn't speak for herself, right? It sounded like, she didn't make good decisions. It sounded like she was
Wasn't
at
she
the
living
bottom
with
of
her
the
mom?
barrel within her family and friends. That's how
Yeah.
it looks to me. She goes to India among people who she looks down on.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, this woman has a voice. All of a sudden, she's like, you're asking these questions. You go with his family. Why don't you just take his lead on things?
She was asking all the
But you were
questions about
asking
getting
all
married
the
as if she wanted
questions
to be a
where
potential.
they are like, they're uncomfortable. It's not for the woman to. This is the problem I have.
And my
You
thing is
go
going
to
there
a
as
culture,
a friend. Yeah.
yet you want to bring your foolishness there. This is not America. It's India.
My thing is, she
Why
was
in the
asking
world?
questions not as a friend, but she was asking as if she wanted to be next. Like she wanted
if
to
you
be.
want to be
And then
next.
you invite yourself to the weddings.
Yeah. Even if
I
she
want
wants
to
be
know if
next.
they're going to be getting married so I can come to the weddings. Who said we will be inviting you to the wedding?
But she knows this woman is not dense. She knows that even in India, even if you were the guy's girlfriend or whatever, you're not going to ask the mother and the uncle that question out of
Yeah.
respect.
Yeah.
But she has zero respect.
Facts.
She couldn't care less. She wants you to know that she's above you and your culture, and she's going to do whatever she desires.
Yeah.
You're not even able to do what you desire where you come from.
Yeah.
Because where you were, everyone was kind of dominating you. That's what I saw
Yeah.
when she was here in America. All of a sudden, she goes and she has removed that loser skin that she has been wearing all the time in America. And all of a sudden, she put it on this skin of, okay, domination, conqueror. Yes, keep that energy when your ass is in America. That's what I want to see. Like, open your mouth and speak up so everyone is not speaking down to you.
Yeah.
Like, it's so annoying. And then
Yeah.
she goes here. So to me, once again, here's another American woman who looks down on someone else's country and their people. Why the hell
Are you there?
are you engaged to this man?
Yeah.
Why? But, listen, I shouldn't even get that upset because the men are there. They're the ones who are taking it. They're
Yeah.
the ones who are searching for it. So in a sense, you get what you get.
Yes, y'all, but it's Mary.
And I'm
You might guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment.
down below.